but I am here with the lovely Mandi. She's got her own boxing gym down at Camberwell. First of all, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing alright, thank you. Like, it's surreal, like, speaking to like someone who was an ex-winner of the Apprentice, but we still call you a champion in our hearts, you know what I mean? So anyways, what sort of brings you here today?
I'm here to support. I love the atmosphere. I'm very excited for this fight. I'm rooting for Chris Billam-Smith, so he's about to get in the ring now, so I'm very interested to see how he does.
Very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting to see how he does indeed. What is it about Chris Billam-Smith that sort of, you know, catches your eye? What is it about him in particular?
I like the way he carries himself. He's strong, he's tough. I like his brand, the gentleman. Yeah, I'm a Chris Billam-Smith fan.
He may be a gentleman outside the ring, but I'm sure he's not like that inside. I'm sure he's an absolute menace.
That's what makes him so good, that contrast. I like how respectful he is, and then very disrespectful in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking about today's workout, public workout here at Bronx Park, Croydon, he spoke about seeing Chris Billam-Smith. Who did he sort of bring? Who did he bring as well?
I have brought one of my young up-and-coming fighters, Ebenezer, the Giza, Sarpong. He's an amateur at the minute, but he's looking to turn pro over the next year or two. So he's here as well, soaking up the atmosphere, networking, and I think he's going to be one to watch. So follow him if you can.
We will do indeed. What is it about Ebenezer? What sort of caught your eye when you first met Ebenezer?
He fights very much like Ben Whittaker, very slick, a lot of character, a lot of personality in there, and he will go very, very far if he stays focused.
Absolutely. Yeah. Was this always the plan when you sort of opened up your own gym after the apprenticeship to have a fighter who can turn pro and do big things in the pro game?
Yeah, definitely. My ultimate aim was to get as many people into boxing and see it for what it is as possible. Ebenezer and talents like that. Talking about you, this is Ebenezer, the Giza Sarpong. Yeah, very talented. He's going to go very far. He's one to watch.
Absolutely. We was talking to Marnie there. She was saying all sorts of kind things about you. How do you get in touch with her in terms of, you know, being part of, how do you sort of get involved in terms of boxing at her gym?
I've known her for a while. It's a funny story, but you know.
He looks after me. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, what? Quickly, just tell us quickly, how do you got involved with boxing at the gym down in Camberwell?
I don't know. It's a long story. I came out of jail. Yeah. Walked in her gym. Obviously known her from the past. Walked in her gym, and yeah, she welcomed me with open arms, basically.
I appreciate that. And what sort of weight class do you fight at, for those who don't really know you?
75 kg, so that's a super middleweight.
Super middleweight.
Yeah.
And what is sort of like your ambition sort of long term? I'm sorry, is it to be a world champion? Is it to be...
Is it? Of course. 100%, you know what I'm trying to say? 100%, trying to go all the way to the top, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Climbing the steps, climbing the ladders.
The sky's the limit, and with Ebenezer, it's not just the boxing. I think he's got a lot of personality. I think a lot of sponsorship opportunities would be there. We're just trying to bring it out of him.
Absolutely. And what sort of brings you here today? Because you sort of spoke about, you know, bringing you along, networking, and how did you find sort of this experience being around sort of like the public workouts and meeting different journalists and sort of meeting the promoters, if you've been able to have the opportunity to do so?
I mean, I love being around boxing. Most of all, I came here for Ben Whittaker. Yeah, I came here to see Ben.
Yes.
Yeah. If he wasn't here, I probably would have still came. Just it's boxing, innit?
Yeah.
Why not? Obviously communicate, network. But Ben Whittaker, you know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. He's like the absolute. For me, he's one of my favourite fighters, and he's someone that.
We're in agreement here.
Yes.
We're in agreement here.
Of course,
Yeah.
and like he's one of my favourite fighters. Like, I saw him at Wembley Arena, and he was absolutely slick, and his personality and everything. What else about Ben Whittaker do you sort of like that you sort of take with in terms of your skill set?
Dance smooth.
Not just that. I mean, I got a bit of flair in the ring as well, you know.
Yeah.
Not just robot, you know what I'm trying to say?
No.
I'm a flair guy. I like to annoy my opponents and get under their skin. And I do that with a lot of teasing, so.
Of course. And any plans? Do you have any plans for the rest of this year? Obviously, we're coming into like the summer season. Have you got any sort of fights coming up or any amateur fights coming up that people should be aware of?
He just come off winning the Ed Bilby Box Cup, so he's now a champion. And you've got the Riviera Box Cup.
Yeah, I've got Riviera coming up. I've also got developments as well. After developments, it goes well, intermediates. After that, nationals. And then, yeah.
Seems like the sky's the limit. He's on the up in need. And obviously for you as well at your gym, if you got any sort of events coming up, anything coming up, how could people get involved in being part of your gym? Particularly as you're like, we've got Lord Sugar on your side and being the Apprentice winner and everything that comes with it.
We've got a load of people that come to the gym. If you want to get involved in boxing, hit the website www.bronxldn.com. Follow us on Insta, Bronx LDN, and you can get all the info there.
How did you come up with the name Bronx?
It was a funny story, but it was spray painted on a wall that I was training and doing boxing by in COVID.
Oh, cool. And do you because you used to be a boxer yourself, I believe, and what sort of experiences that you sort of gained?
They forget that I was on point at one time. Yeah, I miss boxing for myself, but I think this is what I was supposed to do, is just make it happen for other people.
Absolutely. And what sort of skills and experiences that you sort of gained that you could sort of use to help not only Ebenezer but other people at your gym?
The business side of things, it's all good being really good in the ring, but if you're in the wrong hands, you're managed badly, you've got the wrong advice, any talent can go south, and you've seen that so many times. Like Mike Tyson, look at how talented he was with the wrong people. So people are everything, and yeah, I'm hoping I can help him swerve some obstacles and steer him in the right direction.
And do you still one or two of your boxing moves? Do you get involved in terms of training people as well, or you just stay a little bit back?
I dabble, but most importantly, I sit in my office and I just sort of point the finger. I don't get my hands dirty.
On that note, I really appreciate your time, Marnie, Ebenezer, an absolute pleasure.
Ebenezer, the Giza.
Girl, them bleezer.
I'm not the gal then. Disclaimer.
Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Thank you.